Hey everybody, Joy here. Joy back at Snippetville. And today is Friday and it's probably about January 2023 by now. So, I want to tell y'all, I'm not trying to sell you all anything. I'm not trying to influence any of you to do what I'm doing. But remember, this is snippets of my day. And this just happens to be what I'm doing right now, okay? And what I happen to be doing is sewing some tops for the ABC challenge with Fit Nice System, Judy Kessinger. And she's not going to be too happy with what I have to say today, I promise you. I think some of her instructions are very incomplete in her books. Very incomplete. I was so confused yesterday. I was making my B top and I was so confused by the directions. What I should have done, and if you're doing this, I suggest you do this, is scan the little square. Remember I told you about the little square? The little square down here? Scan that with your QR reader and watch her on YouTube show you how to do it. Now, it's not complete either, but if I had done both, instead of just reading the book, if I had watched the video and read the book, I wouldn't have made the mess I made. You want to know where my B top is? It's here in file 13. Yeah, there it is. What a mess. Let me show you this. It's this, the Bella. So, I looked at this picture and it looked to me like it had a set-in sleeve. But according to the directions, it has a dolman sleeve. According to, look here, dolman sleeve. Look here. On this page, it says, draft a new pattern for the Bella. And here it shows you dolman sleeve. And you can't make the Bella with the dolman sleeve. It has to be a set-in sleeve. And I did not see that anywhere in these directions. Then it shows you these tops up here that actually do have a set-in sleeve. So I don't know why the set-in sleeve is with the dolman sleeve with the same direction. See here, this shows you how you're supposed to cut the front only. And it shows a dolman. So I did this. I did this to the front. I did it to the front with the dolman sleeve. Let me see if I can even show you this. This is such a disaster. Let me see. I need to go in there with Lucy and show you this. Let me see. Where's the shoulders and where's the front? That's the back. That's the back. Very confusing. Okay, so this goes like this. Let me use my mirrors here. Okay, so this is the front. Let me put a pin or two. Hey, you want to talk while I get my act together here? Jerry went yesterday back to McKinney. I didn't want to go. They didn't have it done and it was already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's an hour and a half drive. And I said I don't want to go, let's go tomorrow. And he was still upset with me because I didn't want to tear the dishwasher out of the thing. And so he said, well, I'm just going to go by myself. So I said, fine, go by yourself. So anyway, and I don't like him to do that. I don't like him to be in that by himself, in that RV. But he went by himself, and I prayed and prayed the whole afternoon. You know, you're not supposed to do things when you're in strife. The Bible says where there's strife, there's every evil work. So I just prayed for him and prayed for him and prayed for him. And he came back just safe and sound. All right, so here is the contrast part for the crossover. Now, you're only supposed to have it in the front. Notice mine has a back. It's not supposed to have a back. But when I cut it out of the dolman, if I didn't have a back, the back of the sleeve was going to be a different color than the front of the sleeve, and I knew it wasn't supposed to look like that, so I thought, well, maybe you're supposed to cut a back. So I cut a back. I did. Let me rearrange. Hold on, guys. Get yourself a triple mirror. A lot of people ask me about my triple mirrors. And I didn't want a V in the back, and so I cut the back like this. Yeah. Why is it in the garbage? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you why it's in the garbage. Okay, so here's the front. And the front's perfect. It's just, and this is real nice fabric. This is a expensive fabric that I bought on sale at Hancock's years ago. I've been saving it for a special outfit. All right, I'm going to teach you some stuff today. Lesson number 1. If it's the first time you're making a style, don't use nice fabric. Use some of your cheaper fabric. Okay, so here's the other side. Now, actually, I was only supposed to do the front. But you can see I have a front and a back. And the way she has you do it, she has you do the Chanel trim and fold it over. And she has you do 3/4 of an inch. Well, I did that. It turned out perfect. But it looks horrid because it's not supposed to be in the back. It's only supposed to be in the front. So let's look at the front. Oh, so cute. I wish I hadn't screwed it up. Look at that. That is so cute. Look. Isn't that cute? Here's the back. So the back goes something like that. It isn't right because I don't have any pins. And the front goes like this. The only problem is this isn't how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the set-in sleeve. And so the set-in sleeve is all one color. And then this one has a set-in sleeve, all one color. So why did I throw it in the trash? Well, because I was mad. Because I got the directions wrong. And I thought this is just way too bulky. This looks okay in the front, I think. You sew this down. But I think in the back, it looks kind of goofy. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look as bad today as it did yesterday. I think maybe if and Judy will say, you made a new style. No, I made a mess. So I think I'll sew it down and see if it doesn't look so bulky in the back. I just thought, of course I had see, to me it just looks so bulky, that neckline seam. This comes way down here like this. It looks so bulky, this part. See, I don't know. We'll see. I love the material. The material is so cute. And I bought these two pieces to go together because they match so good. Am I pinned? I am pinned. See, they're just so, aren't they pretty together? I think they're gorgeous. So, I don't know. I think I'm not quite so mad at it this morning as I was yesterday. So I'm going to take it out of file 13. I mean, there's no more pieces. This is all the pieces. So if I can get this together, then I will have a retarded Bella top. Judy will just say, oh, look, you made a new style, like I said. Okay, I think I'll go work on that just in case, because I'm not quite as mad at it today. Plus, I have the right color hair today. Plus, I'm making a loaf of bread today. I'm making flaxseed bread. I made it before. It's delicious. It's got honey and flaxseed, and it is delicious toasted. So my husband requested some flaxseed bread, and guess what else? Guess what else? I don't have to throw away the pressure cooker. I wish they would let me write the instructions to put in the box with the pressure cooker. I watched the Six Sisters. I didn't learn it from them. They mentioned it in passing deep in the middle of one of their recipes. I mean, if you weren't paying attention, you would not have caught it. And I think it would be so easy to write these instructions so people wouldn't make all the mistakes and blow applesauce all over their ceiling. It's so simple. What happens is you put the timer on. It says, this takes 5 minutes, this takes 10 minutes. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't take 5 minutes, and it doesn't take 10 minutes, and it doesn't take any of the times they tell you. It takes that plus the 15 minutes At the beginning, it takes this blow-up pot time to pressurize. And they should tell you that. So when you put the timer in, 5 minutes, you put it in and it just disappears on the screen. It just disappears, it goes away. And the thing starts making noise and starts doing stuff. Well, what it's doing is it's pressurizing. So it needs to say, before the timer starts, your machine will take 10 to 15 minutes to pressurize. Once it's done with that, your time, your 5 minutes, will show up. Then it will cook for 5 minutes, then it will go ding, 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 ding. Then your little screen will have an L on it. Remember I told you what the L meant? The L means the timer's done, it's done cooking, and the timer comes back on and it starts going 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it starts timing from 0 to forever. So you know when 10 to 15 minutes is up and it has depressurized to the point that you can push the pressure lever and it's not going to blow applesauce all over your ceiling. Why can't they say that? Why can't they say that? I cooked pork steaks in that last night. No recipe. All by myself. All by myself. I cooked them. They came out perfect with gravy to go on the mashed potatoes. All by myself. But I feel like I had to teach myself how to use it. So, you don't have to be afraid of it or the bread machine. And like this, you know, people can't write instructions. You know who writes the best instructions in the whole wide world? Louise Cutting. Oh, if you ever, just buy one of her patterns. Now remember, her patterns are very, very baggy, very boxy. But she writes the most amazing instructions. She's very, very good. And she's an artist too, so she draws all her own illustrations. But it is really hard, I think, for the person that knows how to do it in their sleep to write instructions for a person that's never done it before. That's what I think. So, that's my snippet for now. I'm going to snip this into my sewing machine and see if I can get it put together and save it from file 13. I'll be back. Just finished lunch. Leftover Instant Pot from last night. So, I've got it tried on Lucy. This is very... I drew a line in red friction marker so I would know where this piece wraps around this piece. And now you know the back is wrong. It's not supposed to be this way. But that's the way mine's going to be. I don't like the thickness of this. I wish that I had known what I was doing and I would have done this different. I would have just added a 1/2 inch and folded it in the back and sewn it down, and then that way it wouldn't be 4 layers of knit. So I don't care for that. But since it's already there, I guess that will be a design feature. I wish I had Lucy's butt. She's supposed to be a carbon copy of me. Right! So this is it. It's very strange up here because it's meeting up here at the shoulder because I didn't want a V in the back. So, I don't know. What do you think? Throw it back in the trash or keep it? Okay, I have been working ever since, all morning. It's it's almost 3. And I made a loaf of bread and it turned out perfect. I made flaxseed bread. Oh, it is so good. It's made with flaxseed and honey. It is awesome toasted. So I decided maybe this blouse would look a little better with something white on the bottom instead of these navy blue sweatpants, or whatever you call them, joggers. So, you gotta be proud of me. I finished it. Now I haven't hemmed the sleeves yet, and that's why I have it on. So let's play like the sleeves are hemmed, okay? Oh, now look, I like it so much better with the sleeves up. goodness, what a difference it makes. I've got big fluffy socks on, so you don't want to see my feet. But are you proud of me for taking this out of the trash? Boy, you better be. I don't know what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the, let me see, it's supposed to be called Bella. I'm going to name it the Badly Botched Bella. Judy's probably going to say, would you please not call it my names? So what do you think? What do you think? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Oh my gosh, I had to tell this lady the truth this morning. I don't know what her name is. I'll put it down below if I think of it. She's a real pretty blonde lady, and she's from the UK, and she's a stylist. And so she takes people with really weird bodies like mine. There's a lot of ladies that carry their weight here in their thighs, their hips, here on the sides. I don't have that, but I've got the belly and the shoulders and the currently missing waist. Let me look. I didn't make the shorts. I found them at Belk years ago when I was shopping with Tear Bear. I like my sleeves short, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. Number 1 reason, I don't like my sleeves to line up with my bust. You know, my bust is the problem area already. Being, I don't know, it's just, I used to have this cute little bust. It was a size B. I told my husband, everybody at work's getting a boob job. I need a boob job. He said, there's no way you're having a boob job. Forget it. You're not doing it. And thank God, thank God, thank God. I can't imagine they'd be out here now. Aging is not kind. So anyhow, oh yeah, the reason is I don't like my sleeve down here lining up with my boobs, because it just makes me this much wider here. And I need to be wider in the shoulders, not in the boobs. Another reason is it makes my arms look longer. The shorter my cap is, the longer my arms look. Now, I love 3/4, as you know, but for these things, ouch, I just stuck myself. I like it shorter so my arm looks longer. That's just me. That's nobody's rule. It's just me. You don't have to do it. But I do have pretty nice arms still, except for the veins, my earthworm veins. I go to the hospital with Jerry, and they poke around on him when he's in the ER. They could not find a vein. They just poke, 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 poked. And the nurses look at me and they say, oh, I have the most beautiful veins. Oh my. It's just all different ways of looking at stuff, isn't there? I came back one more time to show you the sleeves. Did I use a cover stitch machine? No. I said to myself, Joy, this garment was in the garbage this morning. Now you're wearing it. I think I've done enough to try to make this work. It could just get normal stitching. I don't often do things so bad I have to throw them away, but it does happen occasionally. But I really like this material. This material is nice stuff. And so I felt bad when I started to show you this morning. So I hate this. I just hate this. This screams, you need a bust dart, lady. You know why? Do you know why you need bust darts? Because you are longer from here over your boob to your waist than you are from the tip of your shoulder to your waist, because you don't have a boob, and it doesn't go over your arm, it goes under your arm. The side seam does. This one doesn't, that's why it looks so bad. But you're shorter from here to here than you are from here over your boob and down. So that's why you've got to take a tuck over here. See, if I took a tuck, look at that. That would be gone. But you can't do that in a dolman. And Judy doesn't put tucks in anything. Judy Kessinger, Fit Nice System, she doesn't put tucks in anything. She says you don't need them anymore. They're old-fashioned. Linda Lee doesn't put tucks in. Not tucks, not tucks. Tucks are different than darts. 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 A tuck is, you know, you just take a tuck. But that's not a dart. A dart starts out big and goes to a point. A tuck can just, you know, be the same all the way up and down. Darts are for round things. I rescued it from the trash. I want a star and a happy face. And I have to go. So good Saturday morning. This is a Saturday snippet. Actually, I think it's almost noon. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. So don't faint, don't faint. Oh my gosh, you probably already fainted because I forgot to warn you. I'm so sorry. Get up, get up, get up. Deep breath. Hey, one of you told me about 478. Thank you for that. I've actually done that 478 thing. I even told Jerry how to do it. What you do is when you can't go to sleep at night. So it's not that it makes me go to sleep, but it helps me relax, I think. So here's the thing, and I don't know how fast you're supposed to count. I don't supposed to know if you're supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're supposed to go 1, 2. So y'all let me know. Whoever told me that. You breathe in for 4, you hold it for 7, and you breathe out for 8. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so you're supposed to do that. It's supposed to relax you and make you go to sleep or something. So anyway, since you fainted, I wanted to tell you to do that. Yes, notice Lucy's wearing something different. Notice that what she has on still isn't finished. If Lucy has something on, it's usually because it's not finished yet. I have this thing about doing everything but hemming it. So this needs the neck done. No, the neck's done. The neck's actually done on this. But I've got to do the armholes and the hem. Is the hem done? No, the hem isn't done yet. And this is so pretty. Isn't that pretty? So you have seen this on Lucy for like, goodness, what's it been, 6 months since I did this bicycle? You've seen this on her, right? So I came up here today to start a new ABC Challenge top. You saw my badly botched Bella. I wore it all afternoon yesterday with my white shorts, and Jerry never even said, "Is that a new top? I like it, I hate it." So I don't know what he thought about it. But anyway, I'll wear it. I think it's fine. I don't like the thick ribbing that goes around it. But anyway, I made it, and the fabric is nice, so I'm going to wear it. So you remember when I did the bicycle? For some reason, being up here on Lucy for 6 months, it's got dirt here, dirt down here. I don't know what happened on that deal. But I just hemmed the arms. The neck was done. I seem to do necks. I don't know why I do necks, but I seem to do necks. So I did the arms, and the bottom was already folded up. It was serged and folded up and ready to sew. I put in the hem and the 2 sleeves, so it is wearable now. I need some purple pants, and I think in my closet I have some purple pants. You might see me wearing this in my next snippet. What do you think about that? So here's the deal. I got a very generous gift card for Christmas. It was $50 to Joann. Y'all aren't going to believe this. Y'all aren't going to believe this. You may faint again. You better sit down. Nutty, nutty, nutty Joann. This time in my favor, nutty Joann. So I had this $50 gift card. So I had Jerry drop me off, and he went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and he went to Target to get creamer or something. They're all right there in a row down there in Louisville. Great, big, long, really nice shopping place. So he just dropped me off, and I went into Joann's. So I went in, and the patterns were on sale. I got a couple of them. Did I buy a couple patterns? Do I have a brain? If I only had a brain. Who was that? The snowman? No, he wasn't a snowman. The scarecrow. If I only had, I can't think of the tune, how it goes. If I only had a brain, I could stay out in the rain. Ta-da! Okay, so look at this. This is from 2 times going to Joann's. Their tickets are so long. It's ridiculous. So they have McCall's patterns on sale. I didn't need any McCall's patterns, but I wanted to play and I wanted to use my $50 gift card, right? I had just watched, I told you about this the other day and I forgot to tell you who it is, and I still don't remember who it is. If I think of it, I'll put it below or up here in the box or something. But there's this stylist lady, and I started to tell you, she's a stylist lady, and she gets these people that all have funny bodies. When I say funny bodies, I mean not a perfect hourglass, okay? They have really big boobs, or they have really wide hips, or really wide thighs, or really big biceps, or, you know, they're not the perfect hourglass shape. So most of them don't like their bodies, and they always dress in giant tents to try to cover themselves up. So I had just watched this styling lady, and when I edit this, I'll look her up and I'll give you her name. She's really nice and she does a great job 99% of the time. But this time, she had on the most ugly, horrible green dress. It was very, very shiny, and dark grass green is not her color. She is not a winter. I would never put her in that color. And I'm not a stylist, but I looked at that and I went, oh my gosh, why is she wearing that? Maybe she's going to say, you know, this doesn't look good on me, and this is why. She didn't. It was half price, and she has all these things you can buy that she's affiliated with, and it was in her box below, and it was half price. But I just thought it was the ugliest dress in the world. And I actually told her, oh my God, I said it nicely. I said, I'm nobody and I don't know anything, but I don't really care for that green dress on you. So, I hope she didn't take it wrong. I like it when people tell me the truth. I don't want them to be mean and say, why aren't you wearing that hideous rag? I mean, say it nicely. Say it, and some of you do, and you'll say, I don't really think you look that good in brown, or I like your hair lighter, or I like your hair darker, or I think you look better in blue than green. You know, you can say it in a nice way. So I tried to. I don't know if she cares or even read it, but the thing, why? Where is she getting off to, Fred? I've completely lost her. I said that to my friend Jeffy the other night. Last night we were texting, and he was explaining how he does something amazingly well, and it was on Facebook, and underneath it I wrote, I am totally lost. he texted me, he said, what do you mean you're lost? I said, I have no idea how to do what you just said you did. So anyway, this lady talks about people who have these non-hourglass bodies. Now, I used to have a really nice hourglass body. I was so ignorant then, and so shy, and so naive, and so scared of my shadow, and scared of everything. I just thought, I didn't look good in anything. I didn't think I was pretty. I wish I knew then what I know now, and I would have appreciated the really nice size, what was I? I was a size 9. They don't make size 9. Size 9 in juniors, or size 9 in teenagers. I don't know, whatever it was, I wore a size 9 then. And I could make a pattern. I could open up the pattern, take it out, and just sew it like Viv does. Just make it. And it just fit me perfect. But those days are gone, aren't they? So anyway, this lady, she takes these women and she teaches them how to dress so they look like they have an hourglass figure, okay? You have narrow shoulders and big hips, you add shoulder pads. You have narrow shoulders, like me, and a belly, and I don't have wide here, but I'm certainly wide here. And so I'm pretty much just a square now. So she teaches you that you've got to widen the skinny part and narrow the wide part. And so I bought this pattern because of that, okay? This pattern is in, do you say empire? I think that sounds weird. Empire waist. And it's gathered and it has fullness up here at the top, and it has these puffy little sleeves. See right there? Now, I probably won't make a dress, but I certainly could make a blouse. So I bought that because of that. And then I bought this for the same reason. And I can make this with Sure Fit, and I can make this with Fit Nice. But I like to have a pattern, and I pull the pieces out, and I look to see, well, how long did they cut the sleeve? How long did they cut the shoulder? How long did they cut the V? You know, just to compare. But I think this is a cute dress. And another thing this lady says is it's nice to show skin. Now, you don't have to cut it to your waist and show cleavage. She says it's nice to show skin up here, and I agree with her. You know, I hate things up here on me. I just hate things up here. I feel like I'm in one of those boxes where the magician's going to cut you in half. I just hate those looks on me. So I got this one, which I thought, and of course I'll have to make it wide, but V-neck and narrow at the bottom and wide at the top. See? See how you can make the sleeve come out to the edge of your shoulder, or you can put a sleeve in. This doesn't even have a sleeve, but the shoulder. Or you can put sleeves in it, and then it's just narrow at the bottom. And it doesn't have anything. I'm not buying anything that has a waist, that has elastic at the waist or a seam at the waist. No, 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 no. And of course on me it would just be straighter. So then I knew I was doing the ABC challenge, and I thought, well, let me go see if they got knits on sale or something I can do the ABC challenge with. So I found some material. All of it is the same as what I made that last nightgown out of. It's that brushed stretchy stuff, brushed polyester knit with spandex in it. I'll show you what I got. Hold on. So it was on sale a little bit, maybe 30% off. And of course everything's $18, $20 now, which is absurd. So the sale price is actually full price. So I saw this and I thought I need to make something different, a different color than I usually make. So I thought this was pretty. This navy, I'd love to make a cowl. Look at how nice it drapes. I'd love to make a cowl out of it. And then I thought I should make some solid colored pants to go with it. I wonder if they have anything that matches. So can you see how this is kind of a rusty, I don't know, looks like a potato color, sort of. A little bit, it's a brownish orange. So they had that. And I thought, well, I'll make a top, an ABC challenge top out of this. And I've got a ton of it. I'll tell you why I've got a ton of both of them. This is going to be pants. This is going to be a blouse. It's going to be a set. But you know, I told you in one of my snippets how at Joann's, if you buy 1 yard and there's a little bit left that's less than a yard, you get that last piece for half price. So I was going to buy 2.5 yards. But after the 2.5 yards, there was less than half a yard left. So the lady agreed with me. I said, well, just give me 2 yards and then I'll take the rest of it for half price. And so that's how I got extra on these 2 pieces. And she just did it. She just thinks that's a great idea. So I'm expecting them to get mad at me and say, well, you can't just do that on purpose. Well, fine, just give me 2 yards or 2.5 then, whatever. I bought these, and I bought these 2 patterns, and did I buy something else? I don't remember. Anyway, whatever I bought, I'm going to show you how much it was. Now, I purposely spent a little over $50 because I wanted to use my coupon, right? So there it is, $60.38. Can you see it? Right here, $60.38. I go outside, I get in the car, we go back to the trailer. Jerry says don't call it a trailer. We go back to the RV. I'm in there and I'm going through my patterns and my material, and it dawns on my lightning fast mind. You know what I did? You know what I did, don't you? I forgot to use the gift card. Forgot to use it. It's still in my wallet. It's still $50, and I paid for it with my credit card. And actually, we were at a restaurant. No, we weren't back at the RV yet. We were at a restaurant, and it was like 2 blocks away from Joann. And so I realized at the restaurant what I did. So Jerry said, I'll take you back over to Joann, and you can run in and get a refund and use the gift card, okay? So let me show you. He stayed in the parking lot. I went back in. I got a refund. You see that refund? $60.38. I give it to the girl. She's a new girl. I hadn't seen her there before. I said to her, oh, I said, I left my cell phone in the car and I used a coupon for this purchase. I said, do I need to get that coupon? And she said, yes. So I said, let me run out to my car and get my cell phone, and then we can use that coupon for when we recharge it to the gift card. Okay, does that make sense? So she gives me the refund, $60.38. I come back in the store. I say, here's my phone, here's my coupon. She says, oh, I've already rung it up. She said, I just put a coupon in there. I want to show you how much she came up with. Look at this. This is how much she put on my gift card. Say, I didn't return anything. I just rebought it. All the same stuff was in the bag, and I just rebought it. Look at the price now. I'm telling you, Joann's is crazy. $26.35. Yeah. And I said to her, I said, well, that can't be right. I said, it was $60 before, and now it's $26. She said, oh, yeah, it's right, it's right. She said, I put a coupon in there. So, I mean, it's not like I thought, oh, yay, she screwed up, and I'm going to just let her, I'm not going to tell anybody, you know. I told her. So, of course, I was forced to go back again the next day and use the rest of my gift card. So, I got this one, same brushed stuff, beautiful. And my nightgown, I have worn my nightgown now 3 different times and washed it 3 different times, and it's still just as soft and just as colorful. And it was the, you know, remember the kind of a peachy pink with the dots all over it? And it's the same fabric. So this is one that I was forced to go back and get. And then this is the other one that I was forced. These make wonderful cowls. Wonderful. Is this right side up, upside down? I don't know. Let me show you it. Supposedly on sale. But with the boo-boo the girl made, it was really on sale for me. But can you believe all of their receipts? Aren't they crazy? Just crazy long. And then you get these coupons, and then you go back in there and they say, oh, that doesn't work on irons. That doesn't work on that. That doesn't work on this. 50% off any one regular priced item. I said I want to use that on the iron. It says down here, I should read this to you. It excludes previous purchases, all gift cards, classes, personalized services, sample swatches, all patterns, irons and steamers, sewing machines, sewing machine department merchandise, all cutting and laminating machines, all accessories, all Cricut products, art resins. I mean, it keeps going for 4 more lines. These coupons are worthless. Worthless. Okay? I gotta go. That's my snippet for today. Well, good morning, my friends. Are you ready for a Monday snippet? What do you do when your happy turns blue? I tell you, I was so blue yesterday. You know, there's some things, you have these heartaches and you try to smash them down, you know, and keep them way down low and cover them up with a whole bunch of busy and a whole bunch of other things and music and videos and doing projects and stuff. But sometimes something will happen that will trigger. It will trigger the heartache. And it's like the heartache feels it and sees it and hears it, and it just bubbles up through all of the other things that you have, and it just bubbles up to the top, and it fills up the whole top of your heart. And that happened to me yesterday. And my husband, bless his heart, he understood. He totally understood. And he kept trying to say things, you know, to help me recover and to help me come back to the happy joy. And he just couldn't do it. He just could not do it. It was just too strong, and I just couldn't seem to get it shoved back down way deep, you know. And so I was just blue all day long. I did work on some stuff I'll show you after a while. But last night at 4 o'clock I thought, you know what I need? I need a date, not at NIRBC, not at the RV place. I need a real date. And so bless his heart, he was outside working, and you know, he's Mr. Super Perfect. And so he saw some mortar in our bricks. He sees it all the time, but he's been working on it. And so he saw some mortar behind a hedge. And so he scrapes out the old mortar and he puts in new mortar, and then he puts the acid on it or whatever. I mean, he's always working. He's like me, he's always doing something out there. And I'm always doing something in here. So I went out there at 4 o'clock. Bless his heart. He's trying to do the mortar and the bricks, and he said, honey, what's the matter? And I said, I need a steak. Could you take me for a steak? And to get a steak, you've got to drive 45 minutes here from our house to get a steak, a good steak. So he just stopped what he was doing. Sure, 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 whatever you want. Sure, sure, sure. And he just stopped what he was doing. He came in, he got cleaned up. And so we went to Sherman, Texas last night to the former Cockroach Inn. It has new management now, and they've totally cleaned it up, and there's no more cockroaches. At least I haven't seen one if there is. And I had the most amazing steak. First, they messed it up. I ordered a porterhouse. And the porterhouse, of course, is the most expensive steak and the biggest steak. But I order it because I can get 3 meals out of it. I'll eat the filet on the side of it there at the restaurant, and I'll bring the rest of it home, bone and all. And I mean, I'll sit here and gnaw on the bone tonight. So I ordered that, and I told the little waitress, I said, I want my steak pink all the way through. I want it medium. I said, I don't like it gray. I don't like it overcooked. She said, oh, we'll get it perfect, or we will redo it. I said, well, I just hate to send it back. It's an expensive steak. She said, if it isn't perfect, we will redo it. And so they brought it to me, and it was way overdone. It was gray all the way through. There wasn't pink in it. And she was standing there, and she said, cut it open and let me see. And so I cut it in 3 different places, gray, gray, gray. She said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. She said, we'll definitely redo it, and the manager will bring it back to you. And of course, the way my day was going, it's like I should have just eaten it gray. But, oh, and not only that, oh, I'm telling you, some days, poor Jerry, bless his heart, he ought to get a gold medal for putting up with me yesterday. I was so sad. So anyway, while I was waiting for them to redo my steak, you know, here's my baked potato getting cold, and Jerry's eating his, and I'm waiting. So I said, well, I'm going to go to the little girl's room. So I walk around the bar and back around in the corner, and I open the door to the little girl's room, and someone has been sick. Someone has been sick. It's all over the floor. It's deep. It's everywhere. It is nauseatingly gross. And so I closed the door, and the lady said, you're not supposed to go in there. You're not supposed to go in there. It's closed. It's closed. I said, well, where am I supposed to go? She said, you can't go in there. It's closed. So it's like, can a bad day get worse? So anyway, I go back to the table. I mean, I didn't have to go that bad anyway. I just thought, you know, I might as well, since I had to wait for my steak to get redone. So I came back to the table, and the manager came. And the manager came, and he said, I'm so sorry about your steak. I said, well, I'm so sorry I had to return it. But I said, I'm just picky about my steak. He said, no problem, no problem. It was obviously overdone. We will fix it. So it took, you know, 15 minutes, 20 maybe, and they finally brought my steak back, and it was a thick porterhouse. It was a $30 steak. I mean, some restaurants, they're 50 or 60, so I thought it was a really good price, actually. It was perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Amazing. The manager came over and he said, is it okay? And I said, it's just wonderful. It's just perfect. I said, am I ordering it wrong? I said, should I not be ordering medium? I said, usually if I order medium rare, I mean, the thing comes and it's still alive. He said, yeah, it's still mooing. I said, yeah. He said, no, no, no. He said, we cooked it wrong. He said, medium should be pink all the way through. So I said, well, thank you very much. Well, so then the little waitress came. Her name was Michaela. And she came over and she said, how's your steak? And I said, it's just amazing. She said, well, the chef cooked it for you. I said, the chef cooked it for me. I said, who cooked it before? She said, well, the chef doesn't usually do all the steaks, but when they get returned, then he'll cook it. I said, well, you go back there and tell him it's just amazing. And so I ate the filet off it, and I asked her for a box. I put the rest of it in the box, and she came and talked to us several times, and I said, you go back there and you give that chef a hug from me. I said, when I come back next time, can I say I want the chef to cook my steak? She said, you certainly can. So, anyway, my day had a happy ending. Jerry was so precious. Bless him. So he's still just, every time he sees me, he hugs me. He's like, you poor thing, you poor thing. So I'm recovering, but then I thought, well, I put this blouse on this morning. I didn't have any earrings to match it, so I'm here in my earring department, as you can see. And so I'm working on, colors in my blouse, and I thought, well, it should have some black in it. And so I put a black bead here, and I put it on, and I thought, well, that black bead just shows up from across the room, and it's, it should have more than one black bead. So then I changed it. Now I've got 3 black beads. So I think this is going to be my earrings. For this snippet, it's going to be these earrings. Okay, so I took some beading wire, if any of you happen to care. This is 24 karat AccuFlex, gold plated 24 karat, 0.019 inch, Fire Mountain Gems beading wire. I've had it for 1,000 years. It's just a pretty soft gold color. Okay, so I threaded it through here. I cut it a little long. I'm wasting a bit of it. And so I've got a little clamper thingy here someplace in one of these thousands of boxes. And you put it on and you squish it. And then it has a little loop at the top, and then you can make it an earring, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the little squisher clamp on here and put an earring hook. And then I'm going to make the other one to be the same so I don't have 2 different earrings. And then I'll come back and I'll show you the new ABC Challenge bee blouse called the Bobbie. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Last week, you saw me destroy the Bella Top. You remember the Bella Top? The Bella Top's in a different book. This is her first book. Who's her? Judy Kessinger. Fit Nice System. This is the Design It Yourself book, and there's tops in here that aren't in the Top It Off book. So I have always wanted to try this neckline. This is called the Bobbie top. And again, I found her directions very lacking. If I made the top by her directions, the V on this top would have come down here in the middle of my bra, right here. My bra stops up here. And then you put the hem in it. I mean, my goodness. That would not be a good look. So I kind of had to figure it out for myself. She also said to come over 3 3¼ inches. I could only come over 2½ inches. And when you come over 2½ inches, that changes the bottom pleat. And in her pictures of these tops, none of them show the pleat. You can't see the pleat. So I think she should have pulled the blouse apart and shown the pleat, and on her video, she didn't show the pleat either. So, I made the top, added the pleat, and for some reason, it just wouldn't stay shut. It wouldn't stay shut. This is my Hobby Lobby fabric. They still have it. I just bought it a week ago, and it was 40% off. Boy, they've got great sales on their fabric. 40% off, and their prices are reasonable, like $8 or $9 to start with. So go to Hobby Lobby. If you find anything you like there, it's great prices. So see the pleat? See my little bitty pleat? Hers is 3½ inches. Mine's only 2½. And the little point here stops up here on me, which is where it stops on them. But these are bigger ladies. I guess they're bigger ladies. They don't look big. But for some reason, the measurements didn't work for me. Isn't this cute fabric? So I've got to put the sleeves in it. It wanted to pull apart up here. The pleat is just very, very 1/4 inch 3/8 inch, 1/2 inch, and it goes like a triangle. Itty bitty teeny weeny, then it gets wider, wider, wider all the way down. Can you see that? So mine just wouldn't stay shut. So I sewed it shut from here to here. I sewed it shut. And so then I went to my pattern and I added to the side seams over here, because I decided I must need, for this style, I need more room here and here, and then the pleat will stay shut. I don't know, but this is called the Bobbie top. It's going to have sleeves. I haven't cut the sleeves out yet, and then I'm going to cut out another one and see if I can perfect it so the pleat will stay shut. We shall see, Bumblebee. 4 o'clock. It is 4 o'clock. I'm telling you, what Judy Kessinger calls simple and what I call simple are two different things, let me tell you. So here's the sleeve. I have it cut long, but I'm going to 3/4 it. And this is the Bobbie top. The Bobbie top, I always sew the sleeves and put the sleeves in round. She doesn't do it that way, neither does Peggy Sagers, but I do. I like putting sleeves in round. They don't bother me, I can do it. But this is my second one. The other one's laying on the floor in there. I just could not get the pleat to stay pleated. And this one, look at it. Look at it pulling apart. This one doesn't want to stay pleated either. And I added another like 2 inches around so this pleat would stay pleated. And it just doesn't want to do it. I have it sewn down from here to here. I sewed it down with a straight stitch, thinking, oh, that'll hold it and it'll stay. Well, I don't know. I don't know why Judy thinks this is so easy. I think it's very hard. The directions were very slim. Like I told you on the Bella top, the directions on this were very slim. She says, draw out here 7 inches and make yourself a pleat. That's it. She doesn't show the pleat. She just says, oh, there's a pleat down here, but she doesn't pull it apart. She doesn't show you how it hangs. She doesn't show you if you sew it up here because it's pleated. It starts out pleating like 1/8 of an inch, then 1/4, then a little more, then a little more, and you get all the way down here to the full width of the pleat. So it's a triangle, and it's very strange. And so this is my second one. I'm not making a third one. The fabric isn't the easiest to work with. I love this fabric. It's from Hobby Lobby, like I told you, but it curls. You see how it curls? Look at that up there. It curls in on itself. And it just does not want to behave. And I don't know if it's the curling in that makes it want to be funny on the pleat part or what. And of course I've got jeans on and you need to have leggings on. And I'm not going to go change. When I do it for myself in the mirror, I just take the pants off. I'm not going to do that for you. I probably would, but somebody would probably get ticked. I mean, it does cover me up, sort of. So anyhow, this is the Bobbie top. I've made the Bella, I've made the Bobbie, I've made the Alicia. And I don't know if I'm going to keep going. I need to quilt Jerry's kitty cat quilt. I need to finish my Blue Barn quilt. I need to do so many things. Can you tell I'm tired? I had such a sad day yesterday. I don't think I've caught up yet on my rest. Do you have one of these? Awesome ruler. Quilters Select. Awesome, awesome. 50 bucks. Quilter Select. They don't have any sticky stuff. You can't feel anything sticky on them. There's no little grips. There's no sandpaper. There's no little rings. But they don't slip. They just don't slip. And they are, but if you want to move it, you can move it easily. But then once you put it down, it stays. They're wonderful. I've probably got 6 of them now. But I was with my friend Mary, I think I told you, and she bought one of these at that Be So In, the new Be So In store in Oklahoma City. Oh, is it ever nice. And so since she bought one, I had to buy one. So I'm sure Mary loves hers too. Okay, that's going to be the end of this whole snippet video. I'm sure you can figure out what this is going to look like with some sleeves in it. I am not in the mood to put the sleeves in it yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down the Winter Village. This is, oh, I've got little, when I sew, thread just explodes everywhere. What the heck? There's thread everywhere. I need to get my roly-poly and roly-poly it. But I'm going to take down my Winter Village and I'm going to put up my hearts because Jerry and I are going to have an anniversary February 1 and we're going to have Valentine's Day February 14. So I think I need to put up some hearts, don't you? I only have one heart quilt that I can recall. So I'm going to put up my heart quilt in here and put away the Winter Village. But I really love this quilt. This is a pretty one, isn't it? I just quilted this with an all over. You want to see the back? Maybe you can see the quilting. Yeah, there you go. Quilting duty. Listen, I'm going to give you a surprise. I just thought of a surprise. Yes, my friend Helga in Germany sent me a link. Now, I watched Edita Sitar's Friday. She always does a Friday Live. And I watched her last Friday Live at the Road to California show. Probably in California. I've never been to it. But Edita basically showed her booth, which was amazing, and then showed the whole aisle of her quilts, which was called Seasons in Blue, I think, or Patches of Blue. And it was this quilt, and all the quilts were blues. Beautiful. But Helga sent me a link. Somebody made a video going through the entire show of every single quilt. I watched it for goodness, 30, 45 minutes. I'm not even halfway through it. And I even sped it up to make it go faster. But oh my goodness, there are some amazing quilts in there. Look for the quilt that has the 4 horses in it. I can't figure out if those horses were painted on a great big cloth or if they're pieced with fabric. Tell me if you can figure it out. Maybe there's some information on each of the quilts somewhere. I don't know. But I'm going to put a link below if I can copy it and put it there. And then you can watch the Road to California show. You quilters, you probably already have it and you're like, good grief, Joy, we already know this. But if you don't, then you can click on that link, give yourself an hour or more, and just watch all the quilts go by. The one, I watched so many, and the one that stays in my memory is the one with the 4 horses. Most of the others I've completely forgotten. There were some with people, some with just animals, some with just people, some with all kinds of piecing of, you know, triangles and stars and the kinds Jerry doesn't like. I like some of them, but some of them I don't. Some of them I just think, they should have done something different. Of course, I really like Edita Sitar's style. So, and then some of the others are just, I don't know if you could do them in a lifetime. I don't know how they got them done. The intricate, tiny, teeny little pieces. I don't know. You know, I spend a lot of time up here doing things. And it still takes me months. It's taken me over years to make some of my quilts. Of course, I didn't work on them every day, all day, but these people must work on them every single minute of every single day, except for when they're asleep. Or maybe there's a whole team of them. I don't know. But oh my goodness, I just can't imagine how they made some of those quilts. So y'all enjoy. I'll put a link below. I've got to shut this video off. It's probably way too long. I've been making these snippets and it's costing me. Evidently, people don't really care about snippets. I know you all do because you know me. You know me and you love me and you don't care what I'm doing. But other subscribers are like, well, you're not teaching me anything. I'm out of here. Just in case you're doing the ABC challenge and you want to know about this top, the Bobbie top, how I finished this neck. Isn't this a fun neck? I really like this neck on me. She just turns it under a ½ inch and sews it. I made a facing for it. That's how I finished it. So, just in case you wanted to know. And I sewed it 3/8 inch because I didn't want this little point down any further on my body. Okay? I will finish it probably tomorrow. This is just Monday. I got the whole week. But right now, you know what I want to do? I want to go downstairs. I want to make a cup of hot tea. And I want to sit on my couch and I want to watch the rest of that quilt show. That's what I want to do. So this box is just going to have to be on hold for a while. Oh, you want to see what I was? You already saw what I was wearing, didn't you? And you're going to say, what pattern is this? I don't know. I don't know. It's got a cap sleeve. It might be fit nice. It might be. It might not be. And I changed my earrings. Did I show you I changed my earrings? I finished those first earrings when I started this video. I finished them and I was wearing them. I felt like I was wearing bowling balls. So I cut them apart and started over and made lightweight ones. So the earrings go with this. Good Tuesday morning. What is it? January something. I've lost track. 24th maybe, January 24th. So I just got up here, had breakfast this morning, and studied bread machines. I bought a bread machine, you know, and I've made, I don't know, 5 or 6 loaves, and it's wonderful. I love it. But then this lady, I subscribe to her because she teaches people all these ways to use a bread machine and how to take your dough out of the machine and put it in a regular bread pan and cook it in the oven if you want to. So she sent one this morning and she said, do you want to know what my favorite bread baker is? And so I won't be able to say the name right. Oh my gosh, what's that? It's Zojirashi or Zojirishi or something like that. So I looked it up on Amazon. Well, it's $319, but they had a whole bunch of reviews of it. So my morning, drinking my coffee, eating my bread maker toast, I was watching all the different reviews of people who did home videos showing the Zojirashi bread machine. The difference in it is it has two turny things in the bottom, dough hooks. It has 2 of them in the bottom, plus the pan is flat and shaped like a real loaf pan like you would put in your oven. I almost bought it, almost. But then I thought I better not. I better just use the one I've got because, you know, for me and Jerry, we don't care if it's a pretty loaf. And I know you're going to say, what top do I have on? Hold on and I will show you. So this company is called Style Arc. Style Arc. There it is up in the corner. Style Arc. Can you see it up in the corner? Right up here. StyleArc.com is what this company is called. And you can see my full bust adjustment, sway back, round back, and my paper version of it. This is an actual pattern. It actually came in an envelope and is an actual pattern. But by the time I get through with it, it's unrecognizable. You would think something this big would not need a full bust adjustment, wouldn't you? Or a round back, or a sway back, or anything. Not true. And let me show you the real pattern, what it comes like. It's called the Kim Swing Top. It's my favorite pattern. And when you make it, be sure you make it with very drapey material. If you do it with stiff material, it's going to stick out and it's going to make you look like Humpty Dumpty. Here's what it looks like before you change it, okay? This is what you get in the pattern. Mine's all chopped up and revised, but this is what you get. So it's like a real pattern. And then this is just, this isn't trimmed on the lines. It's trimmed past the lines because I traced it and chopped it all up. So this is the Kim. I've gotten more compliments. Like I said, I've got 6 or 7 of these. I'm going to finish my little blouse today. So far, all I can find are the sleeves. Oh, there it is. It's over there on Lucy. I'm going to do the sleeves. I finally gave up on the Bobbie top pleat. I just gave up on it. Just for you. I went downstairs and I got 5 more Kim swing tops. So this would be 6. And there may be some over in the coach. I did not find a color blocked one. So I don't know what that was about, but I may have it somewhere. So you see me wear all of these. These get lost in my closet. I think, oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, you see they're all very drapey. That's the secret to it. This is a lightweight cotton knit. Some of these are jerseys. They're all stretchy, stretchy knits. Look at this pretty one. All have a bust dart. I don't know if I've ever worn that one. You've seen me wear this one. Okay? So all of you who have asked me when I wear these, what top, what top, what top, now you know in great detail. Check out our rain. There's Stardust over there. Clean as a whistle. Jerry just washed her. You see that big door on the back of the blue and white barn? That's where she drives in, and that's where she lives. And down there is, everything's all muddy and icky. Down there, I don't know if you can see it, but I can. There's our dock and the pond that Jerry built. But look at the rain. Somebody said we were going to get snow, but there's no snow. See there, Eileen? It's just rain, but it's wonderful. You know, every once in a while, it's like I see a piece of white rain go by. So maybe that's a snowflake, I don't know. So it's a really kind of quiet, rainy day. I've been listening to Trisha and who's that guy married to that pretty girl? Tim Conway? That doesn't sound right. I listen to more cowgirls than I do cowboys. Tim somebody, somebody turned on his doohickey or his flumaflachi or something. What the heck is his name? He's married to Faith, to the real pretty Faith lady. Tim somebody, I've been listening to him, and Reba, and Celine Dion, and I think that's all. Trisha, did I tell you Trisha Yearwood? I really like Trisha Yearwood. She sings some of the prettiest songs. And of course, Reba McEntire. Oh, he wants to get married. He wants to get married. She keeps singing, he wants to get married. He's wonderful. He's amazing. He's marvelous. He does everything right. He's the most amazing man in the whole world. He wants to get married. And then the very last line is, he wants to get married, but not to me. Oh, could you just sob? Could you just sob? Alright, I'm going to go in there and find the heart quilt, and I'm going to hang it up here. Here it is. Edita Sitar. Who else? Her Valentine quilt. I like it very much. I actually have another one to make. And if I wasn't already working on so many things, I would start making it. But I'm going to let you go. I have to, because this is going to be way too long. I'll start another video when the mood strikes me. You never know when that's going to be. But bye for now.